Without free speech, you're not going to learn. My name is Andrew Breland. I'm a rising senior at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Case Western has a sort of guarantee for free speech, but they qualify it a lot. In everything Case Western seems to publish, they always say, we're in favor of freedom of expression, but also civility. We're in favor of free expression of rights, but we want everyone to be tolerant of everything else. We want to create a congenial atmosphere, but we also want to protect academic freedom. And the way these are enforced is very much, yes, freedom of speech is okay, but we also want to make sure that people are being nice to one another. I'm a writer for our campus paper. I'm a columnist. I write a weekly column. And the first week back my junior year, I decided to write an article about kind of the mistruths or the things that tour guides tell families that we're told to tell that aren't the full truth. One of the questions you get from a lot of families is, what's the workload like on campus? How does campus life, how do you manage that? And we're always told to say, oh, you can do whatever you want. Get involved with, student activities, get involved in lots of different things you want to do. Work, always gives people a chance to do that. Well, faculty that are coming to our campus, then they first arrive as assistant professors or visiting professors, etc., they're told in their faculty orientation, this comes to me from a couple of relatively young faculty members who had gone through orientation the last 2 years, that the faculty is told students at Case Western don't do anything but study. Therefore, you can assign whatever amount of work you would like to for them, and it won't matter. That's just one of the few things that I pointed out. In addition to that, there's the obvious ones. Campus dining hall food is really good. No, it's not. And obviously, some people took not too kindly to this, including my boss, who was, I was a tour guide at the time, as well as the head of the library, the head of campus dining services, the head of academic affairs on campus, all these sorts of people. So for the next 2 or 3 months, I was called into meetings and talked to about why I shouldn't say things like this, why that disrupts our campus atmosphere, and why I was just being a troublemaker. Students overwhelmingly were very much in favor of what I had written, and anyone who was not sort of a kind of rally, Case Western tour guide supported me and said, this is what happens. Thank you for writing this. On the other hand, the head of the undergraduate admissions office told me that I shouldn't be writing these things, especially while employed there, but also because our paper is in the undergraduate admissions office, we should portray Case Western in a positive light. And my kind of response to that is, you choose to have our paper here. Our paper has always been a public forum where we could say whatever we wanted about the university, so you can't stop me. With my experience with campus censorship and people not liking what I'm saying, I've really developed a sort of passionate interest in free speech, but also campus rights as a whole. I've talked with a lot of professors at my campus who also are kind of civil libertarians and want to see things fixed. And FIRE, as an organization, I was very happy to know existed and have around as a resource. It made sense for me to apply and say, this is the kind of work that I will be proud doing during the summer, as well as get a real learning experience out of, to bring back to my campus and begin to fix some of the problems that we have. When I go back to campus this fall, I will keep writing. I will keep kind of being a voice of dissent because we don't have very much of it. Without free speech, you're not going to learn. Professors and students need to be able to interact and say what they want, explore what they want, and study what they want in order to further education.